Intro indeed. Please ignore the South Park episode unfolding in my chat. This has been oh boy. This has been something, all right. Interesting stream so far. You should check me out live whenever you see it. Whenever you see I'm live. Right. So apparently there's some drama going on in VTuber land with patriotic VTubing and all that. I know that their favorite word to throw around is jingoism, which is to say that if you love America, we don't like you, apparently.
VTuber
anyway.
drama. My oh my.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I want to see what Rev's got to say about this situation. We will take a look at it as is, and if you're reading the chat, enjoy yourself. All right, let's continue. Let's watch.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today we're doing a follow-up to yesterday's video where we talked about the VTuber named Tomoe Umari, a military tomboy horse girl VTuber. I know
that is a mouthful. That is a mouthful. My word. What? Okay, so apparently people were trying to cancel her. Got it.
It's a mouthful, but this VTuber was being canceled for being
apolitical.
That's right. People were mad at this individual for wanting to keep politics out of their streams. Now, this individual in particular is not only a patriot, someone who loves her country, but is also an active U.S. military member. And of course, combine all those things.
Active. Okay. I'm a veteran, so I guess I don't get the same categorization. Yep. So,
we got a vet. Is Silas here?
Yep. I'm thinking this one's this is a case of a lot of assumptions, but who knows? The real issue is female in the military. Already
not
bad call.
Veterinarian vet either. Lol.
All right, let's keep going.
It makes people very mad, but recently they would confirm their opinion on things, saying that they are apolitical and that they don't want to address politics in their streams. They want their streams to be a form of escapism, something to get away from politics that are being shoved in people's faces pretty much at every corner of their life. In fact, they also acknowledge that people are mad about this stance to the point of issuing death threats. Now enter the antagonist of yesterday's video, Moemi, a rat-themed VTuber, which...
Okay, so the rat started it. Got it. Kind of fitting that it's a rat.
Baseball, huh?
Yeah, baseball, huh? Al Jokes reference. That basically is a fill-in for that tracks.
Gives Mickey Mouse a bad name.
Mickey Mouse was doing that already on his own. My goodness, this is yeah. Ooh. I kind of want to look at the X profile, but I also kind of don't. I don't know. Some VTuber profiles tend to be especially with 18 plus on that. And yeah. I don't know. Usually kind of polluted and not safe for stream.
Seems very fitting.
Always P-word bait.
Oh yeah.
Given everything we talked about yesterday, but
this
person made a very, I think, not so subtle threat by basically saying this horse-themed VTuber needs to be put into the glue factory because they want...
Yep, nope, that tracks. Standard pattern for your usual online leftist. My word. They can't argue their positions, so what do? They say that they want to kill you. Yeah.
Why are leftists always violent in rhetoric?
Because they've gotten away for it for so long. That's really it.
Like, couldn't they just say they don't like them?
Yeah, that you would think. But unfortunately, that's just not how it works. Leftists are as leftists do, and leftists tend to not care about the safety of others. I'm actually starting to think that they don't see anyone that disagrees with them as people. So, yeah. Empathy. Yeah, it's all that empathy. It's so empathetic, my word.
To be apolitical. Yeah, but they had a lot more to say in a recent stream. I just want to give you a taste in case you missed yesterday's video. This is what we're dealing with here.
The fence setting is cringe and actually is harmful. Yeah, but they don't see it as that because, again...
Okay, well that explains a lot. Yeah, we got a femboy in the house. Time to do a drop kick.
What is he wearing?
The femboy stuff. I don't know. He's about to get trapped someplace.
Isn't that like a chain link fence?
I guess. Looks like a mesh top kind of thing. I don't know. What is it with femboys and just being... They're unhinged to one side or the other. Either they're absolutely insane on the Hugo Boss
or something.
the Hugo Boss size, and then on the other side they're rabid communists. There's just no middle grounds with femboys. My word.
Fence sitting is what gets these people money. If you fence sit, you will get money.
Yes,
why would anyone want to hear the
Nick Fuentes?
Yeah, going on date with the cat boys and stuff like that. My word. That's woof. Yeah, no, the saying fence sitting and all that's not good. It's how you make money. It'd be really easy to grift to communists. You just say down with the rich. Look at Pokimane. She does it all the time. Look at Hassan. It's easy to grift to the left because the left is really, really collectivist in a sense. What makes it difficult is the purity testing. If you're on the right, you can kind of just say what you want. People will come or go based on what they like to see. So, yeah.
Sitters are basically conservatives at this point.
Yeah, because of how they push them away. True. Look at Tim Pool, the king fence sitter, who's been now deemed right wing because he sat on that fence too long, I guess. Anyway, the point is, to a leftist, there is no such thing as a center. I'm starting to believe in the center less and less as in terms of like true center.
We love our Humpty Dumpties.
Sit
on the wall. Just don't fall. Okie. Let's keep going.
Harsh reality of the world when you could plug up your ears like a coward. Which Tomoe is. Tomoe is a coward. Just want to make that.
That's a harsh indictment for not wanting to commentate on a specific event or to facilitate escapism. You know what's really cowardly? Blocking replies after someone criticizes you and then going after the guy's sponsor for criticizing you. I'm just saying.
Abundantly clear. So you become a coward. You don't want to challenge any ideas. You don't want to stand up for anything. And you get people like you see in that reply section. And you see how she replies to other people. She's a clown. She's a clown. And she's my personal jester at this point.
Come on, dude. My word, how do they get so arrogant? Lack of self-awareness combined with rabid leftism gets you that, I guess. Okay, gotcha. What even? My word.
She's getting dog-dicked by a Canadian that put her shit to light again, and everyone is rightfully criticizing her.
Not everyone.
Someone said
only lunatic leftists. Come on.
She doesn't deserve hate. She's not getting enough. Because I think that's a miserable person hiding behind her.
Well, you see, when women changed their hormones by being on the pill, the men had to adapt to survive the gene pool and cut their stuff off.
What? What kind of logic is that? Lack of discipline due to the lack of male role models. Yep. Yeah, that sounds about right. The overabundance of single mothers, I think, has caused a lot of this. So, I think we should make single motherhood illegal. I actually think that at this point, it's that bad. It's so destructive. Let's get rid of no fault divorce. Let's do that. Let's get rid of no fault divorce. Start there. Leads back to the Great Wars. Yeah, true. Still, let's get rid of no fault divorce. Bring back the covenant model. Get rid of no fault divorce. I think that if we do that, we would have a start.
Yeah, that's a start.
We'll start there, and then I don't know what else to do at that point.
Let's just get rid
that's
of
my starting
feminism.
point. Feminism was always a gaslight. It was never good. Not a single wave of it was redeemable.
Make it illegal,
or useful.
like communism.
Incentivized to be single mothers without. All right. Yep, I can get behind that too. Let's abolish welfare entirely. Every bit of welfare gone, and then no fault divorce. Get rid of both of them. And then wedlock babies be put
We
up
need a
for
pink
adoption
scare.
immediately. Pink scare. Yeah. We need to do something about this because we can't just keep doing nothing because it's corroding society to the point where it's unsalvageable. You know, it's getting to be irredeemable. I don't know what else to do. Moving on.
Flag, and she's using it more as a shield than something to be actually patriotic about.
So in addition to that struggle session, this VTuber would upload a video on Tomoe, basically reiterating their position that if you are apolitical, even if you're an active service member, you're a coward, you're all these bad things. And as you can see, this video is going really well. It has...
That looks like some of my Hassan videos, honestly. The Hassan defenders do the same to me. Oh, man. Wait, do I have more subscribers? Oh, that's funny. Oh, man, they're my size. Yeah, this guy needs to come at me. That would be man, I don't know. Anyway, let's see. 329, we're at 356. Okay, so going after this guy would be considered bullying, I guess. I probably put less into the channel too, money-wise. That's funny. Yeah, for being a Canadian. Like, terrible reason to be going viral. I mean, he's got the same debuff as XQC, I guess. My goodness. At least XQC overcame it, right? He gained any virtue followers? Oh, you doubt it? We could check. What is it? Moemi rat? Okay. Let's let me get that pulled up real quick on my second monitor.
Canada?
You can, but it requires a lot of work, like being XQC. All right, let's look up this channel real quick. All right. All right. 343. We're still ahead. How long? How new? March of last year. For reference, we started November. Okay. Wow. And Strictly Gaming, only 5 videos. Okay, well that explains things. How much shorts? We got lots of shorts. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. We're doing great considering we started in November. LOL.
Yep. So a couple virtue followers, but not really. Welcome back, Kyle. The South Park episode might resume in a minute. Anyway, basically we're ahead of this clown.
Has 92 likes and 941 dislikes, a 10%
He has 8
like
months
to
on us,
dislike
and we're
ratio,
still beating
an
him low.
absolute disaster.
Yep.
Like, I hope the 4.4K views were worth it. It's not. But since my video yesterday, they have turned the comments off. They don't even want feedback. And I'm sorry for the extended screenshot here. I stand by everything that's been recommended to me. Diesel patches, great. Leaflet would put them in the box, banger.
Of course,
and
they
I got a
turned the
cameo in
comments
that.
off.
Great video.
What a coward.
Yep. I don't know. I call Hassan commenters all the time. I really don't care to hear them out because they don't make points. They just kind of vent. Nothing useful comes out of the Hassan crew. Sorry, let's go back a little bit here. All right.
Like, I hope the 4.4K views were worth it. It's not.
I got that on the put them in the box. Yeah. Got that on the put them in the box reaction.
But
Nothing
since
useful
my video
comes
yesterday,
from Tusken Raiders.
Nothing useful comes from Tusken Raiders. The Hassan fan base. It's a bunch of Tusken Raiders. I still think that's funny. All right. Let's keep going.
have turned the comments off. They don't even want feedback. And I'm sorry for the extended screenshot here. I stand by everything that's been recommended to me. Diesel patches, great. Leaflet would put them in the box, banger. And I got a cameo in that. Great video. Corn, awesome. And more stuff dunking on iDubbbz, great. And Smash JT talking about the advanced situation involving me and my wife. Which, by the way, I watched to completion. Where is the red bar?
Oh, well.
YouTube is being very sketchy. But since then, Tomoe has reacted by saying, "Bro, this horse is not listening." good response. And then Moemi said, when the bRAT makes people seethe with rage.
So wait. They took it as all right, actively ignoring someone means seething with rage? That's not seething. That's not seething. That's just ignoring them. What? Come on. Oh man, people talk about the female delusion all the time, but let's talk about the leftist delusion, because this is insane. My word, they think they have so much power because they have like 300 subscribers. Guess who else has about 300 subscribers? I'm just a dude on the internet. V-tweeter, not a real VTuber. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie. This reminds me of Candace Owens.
Oh yeah. That's crazy.
And
Make
then
a
once
claim,
again,
tell people
locks
to
the
provide evidence for you.
Yeah, exactly.
comments. No one can respond. This happens a lot where people think like they're getting some sort of an own.
They're not.
Dude, people are not seething. People are making fun of you because you tried to start a fight with a bigger VTuber and it blew up in your face. You didn't get the attention.
Pick on someone your own size. Come on. What a loser, this rat. This rat, literally a rat. Oh man. Debate me. Come on. I don't bite much. You know.
Well, tag team low.
Nah, I can take this one solo. My word, they're Canadian. How hard can they be to beat? The only good things to come out of Canada is like Wolverine and Jordan Peterson. So come on, let's go. I guess Steven Crowder technically, but
You got attention, don't worry. But it's not the attention you wanted. No one's supporting you at all. You might have like 5 people seal clapping in support of your weird standoff against someone for being apolitical, but no, people are not impressed with you.
I'm not apolitical. I'll cover politics. I don't care. I'll talk about whatever. I'm just politically right wing. So, I disagree with the greater consensus of the VTuber community. They're so enlightened and so virtuous, you know.
Leaflet with her arfs is what that statement reminded me of. LOL.
Yep. A bunch of bunch of clapter. My goodness, they're getting the views on X, so I guess if they care about that, I don't know. I might tell him to pick on someone his own size, you know. What a loser. Good grief.
You're doing. In fact, if you were confident about what happened, you wouldn't be locking the replies, right? But of course, things are a little bit different on Reddit. Reddit is always fascinating. It's a fascinating space as a VTuber because
Okay, I didn't mean to cut him off there, but it's Reddit, man. What am I supposed to tell you? Have you seen who mods Reddit, Rev? I've seen who mods Reddit. This is your average Reddit moderator.
Yeah.
Look.
Why?
Look upon it and weep.
Get him off.
For there are no more lands to conquer.
Paul.
This is Reddit. This is Reddit in a nutshell. I put the fedora on him and it was an improvement. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so this is your average Reddit moderator.
Excuse me. I'm just going to gouge my eyes out now.
Let that be known. So, Rev, never take anything said on Reddit seriously, because it doesn't carry any weight.
Any sort of common sense, any sort of rationality,
Oh, thank God,
it flies
it's
out the
over.
window when you go to Reddit. Reddit is filled with some of the most ridiculous people.
That's
So,
AI
as
from Sleep
posted here,
Paralysis Demon, by the way.
Decided to check the opinion of the subreddit VTuber drama on a hit piece video on Tomoe Umari, and the replies were insane. They called her a grifter and a nationalist, meat-riding, echoing conservative talking points. Also, they hate her inherently for being active.
Sorry, I saw something in chat. Chef is spelled without the I. What happened to Chief? I don't know. He's in the Halo rings, I guess. Master Chief. Sorry. I got distracted there.
Duty. So here's a screenshot with several replies saying, Tomo seems like a grifter and loser. Seen some of her clips about Canada. I suggest anyone trying to defend her to stop the mental gymnastics.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So, yep. All right. This is Reddit. Never go on Reddit because there is nothing redeemable about Reddit. Everyone who's commenting in these Reddits are a lost cause. Never engage with them. Like, just kind of let Reddit be its own little echo chamber at this point. They don't say anything of substance. They don't add anything to the discourse. They claim to be intellectuals, but, you know, they're the same kind of people who would be like, if God exists, could he make a rock so heavy he can't lift it? And then treat that like it's some kind of own. So, you know, Reddit. I might actually like...
Reddit is where the Gooners and the Tumblrites went after X. Got owned by Elon.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, some of them stuck around on X, but my goodness. Anyway, yeah, they hate veterans, they hate active duty. So, you know, maybe don't take anything Reddit says seriously.
And realize crappy people come in all shapes and sizes. Being objective, she is a fence-sitting...
Oh yeah, Based If True is a pretty good channel.
Well, they're Tusken Raiders, so...
They're all Tusken Raiders. If they're a Hassan fan, they're a Tusken Raider.
Meat writer that only echoes conservative slop talking points and never dares to give criticism to the government she loves. To her...
Literally can't do that. If you're active duty, you can't do that. Just want them to know that. If you're active duty and you do that, that's court-martial potential. Yeah. So,
literally
you know,
against the law, no?
Yeah, no, it's like that'd be a contract violation. Yeah, so if you
And military law is way stricter than civilian law.
Yeah, let me check real quick. I can't remember the exact wording, but you have to be careful with that. So, double checking stuff. Thank you for the YouTube subscription. Have the right to personal opinions and can engage in civic discourse, but public criticism of the government policy or leadership is highly restricted.
Yay, subs.
Yep. So you can't criticize the publicly online. I mean, the leadership,
now I want Subway.
The policy and the leadership.
Okay, you convinced me.
AI Trump is just as fat, I guess. My word. Anyway, yeah. So if they're like getting on to her for not taking a stance, she could agree with them for all that they know. But being active duty means you can't. It's very restricted. So yeah. Don't know about that. Anyway, that's the thing. So anyone on Reddit giving her crap for this is they just don't know the military stuff. Private yeah, exactly. But the military is, I can tell you, I was in under Obama, you know?
Or they do know and don't care.
Yeah.
Or they're
Tusken
just
Raiders.
Tusken Raiders.
So
their language is like...
If I was streaming while I was still in the Navy, right?
Wooga.
Yep. If I was streaming while I was still in the Navy, I wouldn't be able to criticize the Obama admin, like publicly. I would have wanted to, because I did not like Obama at all. I didn't like Bill Clinton. I don't like Obama.
Privately,
barely tolerated Bush. Yeah, I did. I can say it now. I'm not in anymore. The point is, you want to criticize the administration from active duty, that's taking a huge risk that could really impact your career in the military. So if she really is active duty, she probably has her hands tied. So agree or disagree, she literally can't do the criticism. Anyway, let's keep going. Wrong tab opened.
Not loving your country 100% to the time means you don't truly love where you're from. Now, what's crazy is people like this on Reddit, they provide zero support. I know that's shocking, guys. I cannot believe that a Reddit
it's shocking. We're all Kaya.
thread is providing no source for what they're claiming. But yeah, this person is basically saying Tomoe is a conservative grifter
Baseball,
because
huh?
Yeah, I know, right?
She wants to be apolitical and made jokes about Canada. Interesting.
Well, if you're American, come on. Canada jokes are funny. You got a lot to talk about, dearie. You know? Even more shocked than Kaya, to be honest.
Canada's our hat.
Yeah. They got some cool guys out there. They got like the Trailer Park Boys, and Canadian conservatives are really interesting. But their current government, you know, Stephen Crowder said it best. You don't have conservatives in Canada, not really. You have liberals and liberal separatists.
They're trying to join America.
I happen to know that there are Canadian conservatives, but they are very rural folk, very rural, and they just want to watch hockey and have a beer. They're great. They're great. If you ever talk to one on like in game or something, and you make a joke about Canada, they love it. Oh boy, if we did annex Canada,
Trump calls Carmi Governor lol.
If we did actually annex Canada, that would be very interesting. Don't know how I'd feel about that geopolitically, but it would be interesting. Canada, the entire country of Canada, the 51st state of the United States. I don't even know what to say to that.
Here's some more comments saying active service in the military. Yeah, keep sending her hate. Ooh, shiver me timbers.
I don't get the military hate. I never got it. Like, you gotta realize there are plenty of like veterans doing streams and stuff like that, and there's active duty people making some content here and there. Why the hate? Why? I don't understand it. I was in the Navy. Does that make me somehow worse?
They hate the American military because we aren't Tusken Raiders.
We aren't Tusken Raiders. Fair enough. Fair enough. My goodness. Defend the country. Exactly. When you put your body on the line to defend the country, apparently you're a bad person. All right. Duly noted. Duly noted. Yeah, so just ignore Reddit.
Get some more down dutes on Reddit thanks to this person. Right? They're right, though. Tomoe sucks. Actual garbage individual. I'm a recruitment tool for a branch of the regime killing people. This is a totally neutral action.
There is no rule against having a Twitch channel and making money while you're in active duty, especially if you're stateside or on base duty. This is allowed. You're not allowed to criticize the current administration and policy. A lot of that is, believe it or not, due to national security reasons. But like,
that would be a very specific rule to have, to be fair, Lowell.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, can they stop you from like delivering pizzas in your hometown when you're on leave? Stuff like that. There's no requirement as far as I know. Now, as far as
if she's active military, would they know she's that VTuber?
Potentially, but it could also get traced back to her. You know, when you're in the military, everything is on record. You're traceable by the government pretty easily, so it wouldn't be hard for them to find her. That's the point, especially if she's violating policy.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The government has more resources than like private citizens do. Anyway, issues like this might cause the JAG to get involved, and we don't want that for her. Don't want her getting court-martialed. Anyway.
When did any of that happen, by the way? Did any of that actually happen? Crazy stuff, but let's go to Reddit.
Recruitment tool, really?
This is their reception of the video. A reminder that the video made by Moemi has a 10%
like rate,
like to dislike ratio. And they got clowned on so hard that they literally removed the ability to reply on the video. And yet, 20 hours ago on the VTuber drama subreddit, they said this: 4 minutes and 2 seconds of the pro ice horse getting absolutely cooked on by Moemi bRAT.
Sock puppet, maybe? Shameless self-promotion with a hidden different account? I
mean, if ratios could speak.
Yeah, they really need to stop posting things on Reddit, you know? I thought that was Cha-Cha. I think this is a different situation. Regardless, the fact stands.
Raw/self-own.
R/self. Yeah. honestly, these people. Man, if they didn't have double standards, leftists would have no standards at all. This is absolutely obscene. I don't get it. R/delusion. Yeah. They think Moemi clowned on her or cooked. What? No. Just like baseless call out for no reason.
Considering their atheism, they literally don't believe in standards.
Fair enough. Let's go. Keep moving.
Citation needed. Where was the point where they were getting cooked? I didn't see that. Did you see that? Nope. Did not see any of that. Also, the pro-ICE. When did she ever say she was pro-ICE? You people are so spineless and so jaded. You want to hate on someone for serving their country in the military.
The left is the master of straw men. Like, they build the biggest straw men possible and then knock them down. And then say, yay, we defeated the enemy. And then, you know, the rest of us are standing over there like, why are they attacking straw men? Because they don't understand. They don't understand conservative positions, first off. And I guess they've gotten so bad they don't even just, like, understand neutral positions. So, what is it? What is it with these people? For real. They go from, I want a closed border to, well, yeah, exactly. Maybe I do want a closed border. What's wrong with that? America is a country of immigrants. America is actually a country of settlers. Immigration didn't come until later, and it was very much restricted. Letting in more than a few 100,000 people
They sow
was
in their
not the
echo
norm.
chambers that they are breathing their own farts.
They're hotboxing their echo chamber. Good grief. Yeah. Well, that's just how it goes, though. What can I say? Anyway, welcome to chat.
What else do you say? They just hate her because she serves in the military. And anything she says, even if she wants to be apolitical and not have a stance on things, you make a caricature out of her. And you assume...
What happened to the video? YouTube break?
And anything she
Or
says,
did Rev break?
even if she wants to be apolitical and not have a
Oh,
stance
Rev
on
broke.
things, you make a caricature out of her. And you assume what she must think. Even if she doesn't say it herself.
I hope Rev sees this.
Absolutely crazy stuff. But let's
Goes
look
back
at some
and watches his
more,
own video.
some more posts in the VTuber drama subreddit. Rat streamer calls out performative patriot. Wow.
Rev's glasses.
Let's see some of the comments on
short-circuited.
this thread.
LOL.
I'm glad these...
Okay.
First of all, F is comments on this thread.
Okay.
I'm glad these
I'm so confused.
dumb ass
He didn't
VTubers
notice.
come out as a grifter so I can avoid them. F Ice, F Israel, Rev can suck my D. Now, no thanks, first of all. Second of all,
I'll have to
I
politely
love the
decline.
fact
Thank you.
That no matter what happens in the VTubing scene, I'm
no.
always the first thing on these people's mind. Right? Like,
Rev has devolved into PNG tuber here. Poor Rev. Oh, okay, hang on. I gotta see if Rev's in the comments on this one real quick. My mom really, no idea why. Okay, good. At least he acknowledged it. Oh, that's funny.
this has nothing to do with me whatsoever. This was even before I made my video talking about the situation. So this person was already thinking about me, and they put me on the same level as ICE and Israel. Like, in their minds.
Definitely a Tusken Raider. Has to be a Tusken Raider, right? with that take, come on. Either Hassan fan or Tusken Raider, but then again, I repeat myself. Oh, Rev, you gotta say Zionist. I don't want to get banned like Hassan did. Oh no. Yeah. Oh well.
In the tiers of importance, it's ICE, Israel, Rev.
What did
That's crazy.
I don't get the hate for Rev. I really
Ladies
don't.
and gentlemen, absolutely crazy. But here's some of the comments saying, yup, the current political climate is showing everyone's true colors. Makes it nice and easy to avoid bigot grifters.
Define bigot, first off. Secondly, grifter. I mean, anyone doing content creation is going to be saying things to make money 9 times out of 10. Unless you're like my size, in which case you know,
I've
I just
got a
kind of say
big
what I
gut.
want and laugh. Got a big gut. But what is this guy on about? Like, bigot grifters? Are we grifting to bigots, or are we bigoted and grifting? Define your terms, fool.
I eat too much McDonald's.
Good job. Not relevant at all to what I was saying. It isn't even that. Exactly. But they hate Christians so much. Are we gooning to grifters? I don't know. They would say yes for Kirsche fans, I guess, but I like Kirsche, and I don't really. I just listen to her talk. I barely look at her model.
Also, bigotry
I'm married.
has to do with unreasonableness. We have reasonable positions.
Well, yeah, and also, what is a bigot? Like that they use the term so often, but it's like the out of context here. That word you use, I don't think it means what you think it means. Anyway.
Who is grifting? And explain why. Now, guys, I've been called a grifter every single day, okay? Every single day. Anyone who has a different opinion is being called a grifter.
I'm back. The little man needed a bottle. He was hungry. He woke up hungry. Second I gave him the bottle, he fell right back to sleep. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Yeah, he poor little man. Poor little man wakes up all throughout the night. Anyways, let's do a wellness check on. Oh, nope, there he is.
Welcome back.
I feel welcomed. I hope everyone enjoyed that song as many times as it played. I'm sorry. I gotta like, make like a playlist or something for people to listen to through that. Maybe I can get a video or something. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. We got Reddit being Reddit. Got it. And Rev's model's frozen. All right, I remember now. Let's keep going.
Who says an opinion they don't actually believe simply for monetary.
Well, it's because they can't fathom that someone would hold a different opinion, like a real person would disagree with them. That's actually, I think Jonathan Haidt did some research into this, where the left actually cannot fathom the right's position. It's I can't remember the exact thing. Maybe someone in chat can help, but it was basically the value system. The right tends to have all the values, where the left only has like two. Yeah, something like that. I guess for a quick sidetrack, if you're talking about the Amelia one, we already did the reaction for it. We are going to post that either today or tomorrow. I can't remember which. Ask the editor. He's in. I don't know if he's looking at YouTube chat, but yes, I've seen Amelias.
It will be today.
It will be today. Yep, the reaction video for that's coming out today. It's a very good video. Skybrows is probably my favorite subscriber right now. I joke. Skybrows is awesome though. Anyway. Yep. So, 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time, CDT. That's when it should be posted. And this is going to throw people off in the YouTube video who are watching this one. You've probably already seen that one. If you're actually following my channel and you actually watch all my videos, are you okay? Thanks for watching, but I feel like I need to get you a lemonade or something for all that. Because, I mean, you guys put in all that effort to help me get those watch hours out, so thank you. But yeah, Skybrows, the day this is being recorded, is going to get posted. So a little bit of behind the scenes for anyone watching the YouTube video. Anywho, let's keep going.
Game. Can you please show me where I don't believe what I'm saying? Or Tomoe for saying something they don't actually believe for financial gain. They cannot. Of course they can't. It's impossible because there's no proof. Because these people simply cannot accept that people have different opinions than their own. But here's this reply right here saying, someone being apolitical is kind of the opposite of what a grifter would do though. If you're there for the grift, you'd constantly double down on everything instead of avoiding talking about politics. Oh my goodness. We found a sentient life.
Whoa, we found signs of life on Reddit. Someone with an actual brain. Oh man, oh boy. That's crazy. Oh no. Oh.
On Reddit. No, we found brain cells on Reddit. Oh my goodness.
No, that's a different subreddit. Rev. Do not go to r/brain cells. That's a 1L, not 2.
Oh, wow. They haven't completely deteriorated. That's a surprise.
Yeah. What's a weird surprise? If dead internet theory
Go to Kitchen
was a,
Chads, though, Lolo.
was a thing, Reddit is the evidence of dead internet theory for sure. Boy, Kitchen Chats is great. Yeah, check that out. Oh, a bunch of NPCs, 100%. These people have not had a unencoded thought in their lifetimes. They have to hear what to think from other people. It's insane. Anywho, let's keep going.
This person immediately. They're a free thinker. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. If someone was grifting, they would not be apolitical. It literally makes no sense whatsoever. Also, again, why am I involved? Why? I know people are...
Rev just like, what I do though. I feel that, dude. I feel that. Come on. What did I do? I wasn't even in this drama.
Why I catching strays?
Yeah. Rev says technical difficulties. Oh man, you should have seen the stream yesterday. That was the king of technical difficulties. Let's keep going.
Are fuming and crying about the advanced situation, and they're celebrating the mistreatment I received. Well, guess what? That's not a reason to drag me into stuff that I had nothing to do with whatsoever. But of course, as always, if you want to support me, the Patreon for me is blowing up. Okay, people have been.
Oh yeah, after the advanced situation, he went over to Patreon, which makes sense. You know, I understand completely. I'm kind of mad at Advance for dropping him because what Rev said was kind of a weird take to have, I guess. I don't even know if it was like that weird. It was just kind of like calling out hypocrisy. I don't know, it was an easy dunk on X, and then they decided to cancel him for it. Cheap virtue signaling is cheap virtue signaling, and then whenever people say ICE is not a political take, ICE is a federal agency guided by federal policy, and you're saying that they're doing a bad job? Yeah, Patreon absolutely does have its flaws. So does Subscribe Star. I think Ko-Fi is pretty solid, my understanding. But yeah.
Ice, baby.
Yeah. And so I get it.
Do. Under pressure.
I get it not liking what ICE is doing, but that's a policy disagreement, an enforcement disagreement. It's kind of like saying ACAB is apolitical. It's not. It's inherently political. So the left has gotten away for so long with saying that their speech is non-political.
Maybe get good.
When the reality is that they've just been babied. They've been babied for how long?
Like actually voting?
Yeah. They've been babied by the Biden administration, by Obama. They only got uppity when Trump won the first time and the second time. I wonder why. Could it be that Jonathan Haidt was right? That the left sees the right as evil and the right sees the left as just ignorant and misguided? Who knows? What I am saying is you really shouldn't be left-wing ever. It's just a bad place to be politically. But yeah.
He won the popular vote, so he's literally enforcing democratic ideals.
Yep. Can't say that he's undemocratically elected or whatever cope they're going to come up with this time. They spin it every day. It's absolutely stupid. As far as like, I don't know any centrist or right-leaning person that hates the military. It's a very left position. In fact, it was such a bad position that Starbucks was getting into trouble for not hiring vets. So yeah. Anyway,
coming in with crazy levels of support, and also the super thanks on YouTube, crazy every single day. Ever since the advanced stuff, you can watch my video from 2 days ago to get some more context on what's going on here. But yeah, it's been crazy. Also, my first React video is going to be live within this week. Enjoy that bonus content. Please consider joining my...
Wait. Rev, you need to start streaming, please. Like... if Rev streams, I've never heard about it, but I'm just saying this is a golden opportunity. The iron's hot, man. Go for it.
Wait,
Come on.
Rev doesn't stream?
Have you seen a stream clip from Rev?
What the heck?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm saying, Rev, it's your chance. It's your time. Go live, man. Go live. Don't paywall it. Just do it. It would be so good. Kirsha could stop being so lonely. She's lonely in the political scene. Rev's not even that political. But still. Come on. Yeah.
I mean, he's recording videos anyway. Why not do it live?
Yeah, true. Hirohei should also stream. It's so weird. You don't see his model very often, unless he's got no gameplay or something. And say Desu. Oh boy, that would actually be that would be a turning point in history. My goodness. Yeah, Hirohei should stream too, but I mean, Rev and Hirohei have never streamed, is my understanding. They totally should, though. I would watch, or at least stop by to say hi. They don't even know who I am. I react to their stuff and give my takes on what they cover. I would love to see them stream though. The collab potential. Yeah. Anyway, let's let Rev keep going.
My Patreon, if you want to check that out. But yeah, things
Yeah,
are crazy.
I'd rate him for sure.
And
If we could get 5 concurrent viewers on Kick, I would be rating people every single time I got a chance, especially if they're online. Sometimes we get lucky and Nux lines up with us. Nux doesn't hate it either. Yeah. Yeah, Leaflet
we
Nux.
currently have 4. Let's go.
Yeah. If we can stay stable at 5, I can we'll see if Nux goes live while I'm still here. And we'll potentially rate him. But as of right now, he is not live. All right. Anyway, let's keep going.
of course, it continues on with
Oh,
Reddit.
it does.
People are saying in a different subreddit, or a different thread on the same subreddit, I have no clue if Tomoe is right-wing or not. I think that, yeah, her gimmick being U.S. military anime girl does somewhat act as an advertisement for the military in a way that isn't apolitical.
Calling her a recruitment tool because she discloses that she's active duty. You don't know how recruiters work, man. You really don't know how recruiters work. You're going to get a text message from a recruiter and they're going to send that same text message 5, 6, 7 times a day until you answer them. That's that's for real. How dare she have a hobby or a side gig? Like this is such a what non sequitur do these people think? It's like, yes, because you disclose that you're active duty, that is inherently political. It's like, no, not really. You're allowed to have your opinions in the military. You're just not allowed to voice them publicly.
More like you wooing.
Wooing. How dare you? How dare you? Anyway, these people don't understand anything. They don't understand how police work works. They don't understand how the military works. They don't understand how voting works. They don't understand that, the Electoral College is there to prevent tyranny of the majority. You know.
I apologize for nothing.
I would time you out, but you're a moderator.
That said, it's completely understandable that she doesn't comment on ICE or the like, considering she's an active duty service member, and commenting on stuff like that publicly can get you in some severe consequences when you're active.
It can get you busted down or dishonorably discharged. So yeah. Thank you for the, actual take, I guess.
Duty. Oh my god, another sentient human being who can understand some nuance? Congrats to this person, amazing stuff. But yeah, people are not too happy about
some nuance, but still left coded. My goodness. Person's breaking free, but they're not ready yet. I still regard Reddit as a total lost cause.
that when they say, yeah, it'd be a good thing to boost VTubers who have made anti-ICE comments.
I'll get him someday.
Why?
Yeah.
Like why? Why though? Why would that be a good thing?
I mean, if you believe in objective reality, you're going to be right-wing eventually. Let's be honest. It's like, if you can acknowledge that things are what they are, if you have any form of ontology, you will be right-wing eventually. That's just how it goes. Only has some useful stuff for video games. Yeah. needs to go behind enemy lines to rescue these poor good Redditors. We just need to make an alternative to Reddit that's actually not just farming karma, because this is insane. Google Gemini no longer uses Reddit. Yeah, yeah. I like to use Grok to sweep Reddit every now and then to see if I get mentioned, because if I get mentioned on Reddit,
Hear me out. We buy Reddit.
Give them enough time, they're going to be at such a low cost that we probably could afford to. Have Elon buy Reddit next. Oh, that would be so good. Could you imagine? We'll pull our resources and buy Reddit one day. We got to look up their market cap and all that. I'll have that like as a stream goal. Buy Reddit. Political. Real quick, how Facebook? Yeah, no, it's all propaganda. Like, you think Facebook's bad, dude? Look at the mainstream news. My word. You think that Facebook's propaganda? No, the mainstream media has them beat hand over fist. My goodness. I guess it warrants saying in every video: if you think you hate the media, you do not hate them enough. My goodness. Yeah. Anyway.
Whether you're pro or against, what's the difference? We're talking about like VTubers.
Peaceful protests. Lol.
Can't you just enjoy the whimsy of a VTuber who's apolitical and just trying to entertain you? Is that so hard to understand? Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a crazy time where a VTuber just wanting to be apolitical and entertain people without some ulterior motive or an agenda is so crazy to think about.
Do I have an agenda? I'm not really apolitical, though. I mean, politics isn't really my main focus as much as it is. I have my stance, and I'm not going to hide it. I don't know. I commentate on like drama and stuff. Cestel's more like straight political. Good guy, by the way. Check out Cestel. We'll plug him at the end of this video. Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone actually like watch my videos? Do I come across as overly political or more like Asmongold, I guess? I don't know. Maybe I should be more political.
We're just two bros reacting and hanging out.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea. Anti-ICE protester opposing agitators. I'm like, what? So
this is basically what we do when we're together anyway, lol.
Pretty much. Anyway, let's keep going.
I don't know, guys. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Okay.
See you next time, Rev. Good video overall. Brat man, come at me, bro. Come at me. I'll even let you have a layup. I'll let you go at Cestel first. You know, someone even smaller. We have similar size YouTube channel, Ratman. Come at me.
See you next time, Rev.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, let's get Cestel's channel pulled up real quick for anyone that's made it this far. Yeah. Oh man, no, I'm like, I will admit to being right wing. I don't deny that at all, but I'm not like Nick Fuentes, right? That's a little too much for me. But yeah, I don't hate Nick Fuentes the same way some others do. Regardless, this is Cestel. He's got 22 subscribers. If you guys want to help me out, give me a little
Silas
boost.
Is right wing. He.
I mean, I'm anti-egalitarian. That already should tell you a lot. But I try not to be like all politics all the time. That's no fun. Anyway, good video from Rev, as always. You guys, for the YouTube video,
I'm a theocrat.
For the YouTube video, if you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe. And AI Trump is a theocrat. Bye-bye.